So I am going to start doing some videos again. I did like a random couple videos a few years ago, and then I just stopped when my husband got back from deployment, or boyfriend at the time, I should say. And now I'm going to pick them back up. I don't have a formal camera, I don't have any equipment, but I'm just going to record on my phone, and hopefully the quality is okay. So just a little backstory. This is going to be a video diary about going through IVF. I know. So, unfortunately, my husband and I have been trying to have a baby for 15 months now. We started right when we got married. We got married last September. Started right away. I mean, we've been together for 7 years, lived together for 6, and we figured why not. So, started right away, tried ovulation tests, tried everything, and nothing worked. So I went to my OBGYN, and he was like, well, nothing visibly stands out about you, but we do want to test the male first. I guess the female tests are more expensive and more invasive, and they just want to get the male factor out of the way first before they move any further. So I said, okay. Set my husband for a semen analysis, which came back abnormal. So that was like a hit in the gut, but kind of almost like, oh, okay, so there's like a reason for this. And he has 100% abnormal morphology, which the morphology is the shape of the sperm, so that means that they have a tapered head. Some people have, abnormal motility, which is how fast they move or how they move, and some people don't have enough volume, which he had enough volume and his motility was fine. But unfortunately, with the morphology, the sperm isn't able to penetrate the egg. So then from there, we were referred to a urologist who did some more testing, did testicular ultrasounds, did more blood work. He did a DNA fragmentation on a second semen analysis, and just like a full workup. Come to find out, he has varicose veins, they're pretty much like varicose veins in your testicles. And we were kind of given two options. You can do a surgery to repair them, and it can take up to a year to fix the problem, or it cannot work at all. So it's kind of like a 50-50 shot. And with those veins, they say that the blood can pool up in the testicles instead of blood coming in and going out. It ends up just pooling up, which can overheat the sperm, and then it just messes up the sperm when they go to penetrate the egg. And our other option was IVF or IUI. So from that appointment, we went to see a fertility doctor. We were referred to a great doctor who I love so much so far. He has been doing really great. Sat down with him, and he kind of looked at all of my records, looked at my husband's records. They did a transvaginal ultrasound on me, said my uterus was perfect. So I was like, oh no. He said it was pretty. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then he sat us down in the room afterwards and pretty much said, if we do IUI, which is where they take the sperm and just inject it straight into the woman, that is the less expensive option, but because of our situation, the chances of that working were about 5%, which is exactly how much of a percentage we have to get pregnant on our own. Or we can skip that step and go straight to IVF, which is they take your sperm, they take the eggs, and they pretty much make the embryo in a dish, and then they reinsert it. I think it's 5 days later. I haven't gone through that yet, so I'm not too positive. So we decided, even though it would be a more expensive option, to kind of skip the steps and skip the bullshit. We're going to skip right to IVF. So then we found out that my insurance sucks when it comes to IVF coverage, and we would be paying about $7,000, I think it was, something ridiculous like that. So now we're here in December, looked into my husband's insurance, and it seems like he has a really good plan, covers about 90% of the infertility treatments, and we'd be paying about $2,000. as long as everything works out as it should. But, oh, excuse me, we would need to get pre-certification for that IVF treatment, and we have to hope that with our medical condition that we have male factor infertility, that they would approve it. So that's kind of where we stand now. It's a really scary process, and it's really frustrating to just see people around you getting pregnant, and pregnancy announcements, and getting pregnant non-planned is just gut-wrenching. Absolutely nauseating, to say the least. And I'm sure some of you ladies out there, if you're watching this going through the same thing as me, you can totally understand where I'm coming from. It's hard to try to be happy for people when they get pregnant. It's very hard, but you know, you kind of have to like muster up some sort of happiness and show it. I've been to baby showers. That's nauseating, but I have to just think, you know, my time will come. When it's meant to be, it will be. My process isn't like everybody else's. Mine is a different journey, and I'm sure a lot of you are taking the same journey. So I don't know if anybody's even going to watch these videos. I have no clue. I don't know really how to edit videos, so we're just going to start with these rough cuts. But this is our journey. We are a military family. My husband went through 2 deploys in Iraq and Afghanistan, and who knows if that had anything to do with these, you know, messed up problems, considering they're exposed to so many different chemicals and, you know, bad things out there. Not to blame that on that, but we're just trying to figure out why. So I hope that you will take this journey with us, and if any of you guys are going through any male factor infertility, I would love to hear your stories. I would love to hear success stories, because it just seems like there aren't many. And I know that there are tons, but I just keep reading bad things more than good things lately. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.